Hello YouTube, I am Lewel Stamp and this is a Sky Factory 2.4 video on building a mob farm in a single chunk. Now, it's not just Sky Factory 2.4, it's pretty much any Skyblock, but it needs a particular number of mods, I think, to really run effectively. Maybe not. You can build most of this stuff with vanilla. It's the collection mode really that matters the most. Whether or not you can use a vacuum hopper or if you have to collect stuff with just normal hoppers that are chained together. Anyhow, this is the this is the floor plan. Everything below you is directly inside one chunk, and that is the basic floor plan. It's going to turn into that. Let's turn this off. It's going to turn into this, which is a little more complicated than it appears at first. And obviously, you're not going to have cursed earth in the beginning of the game. I replaced the entire ground with the cursed earth once I had done the activation ritual for the division sigil. So if you don't have the division sigil in your pack, you're not going to be able to do this. But anyway, this is my collection mode right here. And as you can see, it's just 4 hoppers chained into each other and then collected into a single chest. And then we got some Ender IO and some Ender storage to pull it all out. Now, if that stuff's not available to you, it's not a huge deal. There are other ways. But this guy right here, a lever, vanilla. And there's a fan inside here. Let's cut this out. There's a fan right there, as you can see, and that's from open blocks. Now, if you don't have access to open blocks, you're going to need something else. You're going to need something like, oh, look at them all go. You're going to need something like a conveyor belt or some such. Anyhow, guys, I'm going to get rid of the mobs that are on here now, and then I'm going to build it up so you can see the entire thing without the roof built on it, and then we'll call it a day. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so the next layer has been built, and we'll get some closer views on how it works and how it looks. All right, so importantly, what's happening here is we have a single channel running all the way into the drop, and then we have 3 channels feeding that channel. So we have a total of 4 channels coming together and converging, and we'll put a fan here, 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 and here. So there's a total of 16 fans pushing in. Each fan can push 8 squares, but if we're going to keep it inside a single chunk, they're only going to be able to push the 7 necessary to get there. Anyway, so that is layer 2, 3, and 4. I'll be back when I have finished layer 4, and then we'll put tops on everything, and we'll finish out the actual build. Alright guys, we have built up the walls on the inside 3 high, so it's tall enough for Endermen to spawn, but the channels are not wide enough for spiders to spawn. We've installed all of the fans, and we've backed each one with a block to keep the light from coming in, and this most interior fan gets a side block for the same purpose. Then to finish off, we will cap each one in 2 blocks interior, and then all of it gets the slab to prevent mob spawns on top. Oops. Well, I'm not so good at placing blocks sometimes. But basically cap the entire thing and roof it just like that, and then come down here, place a lever on the bottom side of each one of these guys, and then activate it, and you've got working fans, and you will be able to see that. Shuffles you right down into this channel. That one being on would shuffle me right off the edge, and then, as I said, once it's all capped off and removed all the torches, it'll look just like this guy, and it'll function exactly the same, except for, of course, the cursed earth. But my collection is these 4 hoppers, as I said before, feeding into a single chest. All right, guys, I almost forgot to mention how to make the killing floor on the mob farm below. My apologies. It is 4 hoppers, as I said, and importantly, it utilizes a punji stick, which is sugarcane in an X pattern in a crafting grid. It produces 5 of them, and you shift right click to place one on each hopper. Well, not that one because I'm going to on it, but right here. All right, and then you just aim at the punji stick and just right click. You do not shift right click to place the remaining 4. And it's not super fast, but it's definitely deadly, and it kills mobs like crazy. Then I'm sorry that I understand this is basic knowledge for a lot of people, but for those of you that don't know, a crescent hammer or a similar tool will allow you to shift and right click on a hopper to move the direction that it's pointing. So that one is now aiming into this guy. That one is now aiming into this guy. And this one is now aiming into this guy. So it doesn't matter. Make sure the magnet's off. I'm going to throw some food down here. All right, so all of it should end up in this one right here. Yep, there it is. Okay, so they're feeding into each other. They're killing the mobs here. All the drops go into the hoppers and feed into a single hopper, which you can then adjust so that it is feeding into a chest that you place right here, and then you can access that chest. All right, so an important detail that I completely overlooked. My apologies, but there it is. And that is it, guys. So long as you have access to that chest or some means of transporting it over long distances, that is your mob farm, and it will, I promise, produce well, quite a few mobs. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.